Hello, and welcome to Reclaiming My Life podcast, where we on this platform are here to inspire, empower, and motivate others to reclaim your life. Tonight, we're going to be talking about reclaiming from the holidays. But before we get into this topic, I want to introduce you to the co-authors. Miss Claudia Massey, visionary author.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reclaiming My Life podcast.
Co-author Miss Joanne Bellamy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Reclaiming My Life podcast.
And co-author Miss Tramika Cooper.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Reclaiming My Life.
All right, so let's get into this topic, reclaiming from the holidays. Now, the holidays can be a stressful time. You like, wow, you got a list of presents you got to get for your loved ones. Sometimes your finances might be a little short, and you try to make other people happy. Or what about having the in-laws over for the holiday? Do you have his in-laws doing Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving Eve, or do you have the in-laws over for Christmas Day? And how do you decide which set of in-laws to have over? So we're gonna dive right in, and I want to talk to visionary author Miss Claudia Massey. So,
Hello.
hi there. So, how are you reclaiming from the holidays, or do you already setting standards so you don't get stressed out over the holidays?
Let me tell you, I set those standards, okay? You
Yeah,
know, years ago, of course, it was a learning process. You know what I mean? We make mistakes, we go out and we spend all our money, and, the holidays are over, and we're trying to figure out how can I reclaim? Well, I don't make those kind of mistakes anymore. I tell people now as a coach, as a friend, or anybody that I meet, when people love you, if you can't buy a gift for them, when people love you, they understand that. Nobody wants to see you in a bind. No one wants to see you after Christmas wondering how you're going to pay your light bill
come on.
or be, oh, or be mad with you because you didn't buy them a gift when they knew that you needed the money or know you need money to make ends meet. So, you're going to have to self prioritize. Christmas is not even about us anyway,
Better say
okay? you know, and if you want to do something, go to a shelter, feed
it.
the homeless, do
Yeah.
something meaningful. But of course, if you can afford it, yes, put a smile on someone's face by buying them that special gift that they will like. But if you can't, embrace them tight and say, baby, I love you.
Yeah, yeah. Because you know what? I think often we forget that it's not about buying that $100 gift or that $50 gift. It's really about being able to spend time with your loved ones or
Yes.
remembering about the birth of Jesus and him giving his life and dying for us that we all might be saved. It's
Yes.
about that. Or just like you said, feeding the homeless, giving back to others in a different
Yes.
way. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much
You're
for
so welcome.
that. All right. So next, we want to talk to co-author Miss Tramika Cooper.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi there. How you doing, darling?
I am wonderful.
So, what are your thoughts on reclaiming from the holidays, or do you already set certain boundaries so that you don't get stressed out over the holidays?
Yes, I also set those boundaries. I'm like Claudia. Back in the day, I would max out a credit card. And I'd be like, oh my goodness. But you can't do that nowadays. Things are so expensive. Um, a couple of years ago, we told the kids, look, we didn't buy y'all anything for Christmas. We're gonna go. We took all the money and we went and we bought gifts for the homeless. And they were like, what? Y'all did what? So, but we did. We bought small gifts. We did a bag lunch with the drink. We had socks, gloves, hats, scarves. We had deodorant, just different stuff. And we went, and the kids went with us. We took it and we went, on the corners and just passed it out. We stopped at one place and popped the hood of the back of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was so many people just ran to the truck. It was so heartfelt. When we got back in the truck, I looked back at the kids and they were in tears.
Right.
And my son looked at me and he said, Mom, can we do this every year?
I love that.
And I was like, yes, we can. It's not always about us. There's people out there that don't have anything. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you have
Mm-hmm.
more than enough. You can spare to give somebody something. So
Yes.
that's what we normally do. This year I have old purses, and my coworkers they give me their, gently used purses, and we're going to the women's shelter this year and pass out, feminine products and stuff like that. We fill each purse with it and we take it out there to them.
I think that's beautiful. And also, something really important that you said, I think it's important for kids to come along and to see those things and to see how blessing others actually helps them
Mhm.
feel better about themselves as well, because they may be having, thinking about, wow, I didn't get this gift, but seeing those other individuals' faces light up as they get some of the most things that we may take for granted, such as deodorant, socks that we may be able to go to the drawer every day and just pull out and put
Mhm.
on fresh, clean underwear. And so I think
Mhm.
it's important to instill those things into kids at younger ages so they can see that and then grow up and be giving adults. So I think that's wonderful to give back and for kids to see volunteer time. So wonderful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Co-author Miss Joanne Bellamy.
Hey, Dr. Tiffany.
How are you tonight?
I'm good, gorgeous. How you doing?
Wonderful. I am doing fabulous.
Good,
So,
good.
this year, are you reclaiming from the stressors, or are you learning, or have you learned to set certain boundaries over the holidays so you don't fall into those stressors?
You know what? I am learning. I have learned. Um, I'm the type of person I love to see people eat and I love to feed people when I can. So over the Thanksgiving holiday, I fed 10 people in my home. I had two family members that came down, and my thing was to just feed them. So I opened up my little living room. I had 10 people and I just blessed them with food. And then I turned around that Saturday. I cooked for the same people. I had a fish fry. And then that Sunday I invited them over to dinner and I cooked, because I wanted to see them eat. That was the love I gave to them. I wanted, and anybody that wanted something to eat, I'd feed them or bake them a pie or bake them a cake or whatever I could do to help someone else. But I've learned this Christmas, I've learned that, well, for number one, Jesus is the reason for the season.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's all about him, none of us. And I've learned, and I used to be where I would just go out my way and try to buy gifts, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If I give you a gift, if it's one item, it's from the heart. It's me
Right.
showing, it's me showing love. Here's my little gift,
Yeah.
and to me, if you give me a pair of socks, that's just like you giving me $1 million. I'm happy. I'm excited. I got some socks. Tiffany bought me some socks. I love these socks. Because it doesn't take a lot for me to please me. And so, my thing is just to give. You know,
Right.
and I like for people to also know that that He is the reason for the season, and it's about giving.
Exactly.
People, so many people that don't have, they don't have food, they don't have shoes, they don't have clothes. So like
Exactly.
the other two co-authors were saying, if you give to help somebody else, and that's what it's all about. And
And I think
that's what I'm doing.
as we get older too, our priorities change and our perspectives
Yes,
change. So as
yes,
as as younger people, we're like, oh, it's about us. And then but as we get
yeah,
older and we see, people around us that don't have certain things, our perspective
exactly.
change. And we hope that they would, and that it's all
Yeah,
about giving back
yeah,
to others and not thinking
yes,
about, well, I didn't get this, or what happened to this person giving that. But yes, I think as we
yes,
get older, our priorities change, our perspective
definitely,
changes, and I
definitely.
think that's important. That shows that you're growing, and
Yes,
you're,
definitely.
and that
Yes,
we all should be growing. Thank
yes,
you so
yes, yes.
much.
Thank you so much. I
I'm going to
appreciate you.
talk back to thank you to co-author Miss Massey.
Yes,
Hey there.
ma'am.
So, what are you most grateful for? Because during this time of the seasons, you think of Thanksgiving, you think of gratitude. And so, what are you most grateful for during this season?
I am most grateful forever and always for my family. But, I definitely want to share with you all and to our listeners and viewers of this podcast this evening. One thing that I do, Dr. Tyson, that I just want to suggest to some, somebody, oh, wow, that's a good idea, and others may say, I don't want to do that. But, one thing you can do is, put $20 a week if you can,
Mhm.
$20 a week, and just start saving that towards Christmas so that you don't be so stressed. When October or November come along, you start wondering, how am I going to come up with all this money? I got 3 kids or 4 kids. If you're putting $20 a week to the side, you'll have almost $1,000, by the end of the year. And another thing that I do is, you know, I have a blessing jar,
Oh, I love
okay?
that. Yes.
And what I put in this jar, I mean, you see money in this jar.
Hmm. Hmm.
What I put in here is when I'm praying for something, I really need for God to work a miracle and work something out for me, and He answers that prayer for me. I want to show that I appreciate it.
All
We can
right
easily
now.
say,
All
"Thank you,
right.
Lord." So
Yes.
I say, God, if you do this for me, because we go to God and it's God, I need this and I want this. But what more can we do for Him, right?
All right.
So when I get those prayers answered, I put something in my blessing jar. He blessed me,
All
okay?
right now.
And at the end of the year, I use this for my Christmas miracle. This is my Christmas miracle fund. Of course, I add to it, but at the end of the year, I don't have to come up with so much because God blessed me so abundantly
Yes.
all throughout the year
All
that
right.
I'm just saying, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
I love
Thank
that
you, Lord.
idea.
I'm grateful.
Yes, I love that idea. A grateful jar, a blessed jar. I love that.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Miss Cooper.
Yes, ma'am.
So, two things. What are you most grateful for during this thankful season? And do you have any tips on how our viewing audience and listening audience can prepare for the holidays?
I am most grateful for life. Um, Sometimes we take life for granted. And being that I, wanted to commit suicide years ago, God heard my prayers and He blessed me. He saved me and saved my soul. So I'm grateful for life. I
Thank
will say that at the beginning of each year, I normally do this where you start out with $1, $2, and $3, every week and so on and so forth until you get to the 52nd week. So I normally do that, and that the weekly amount, and it adds up.
you.
It adds up. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that tip, and thank you for your gratitude praise. Miss Joanne Bellamy.
Hi there.
Hi there. So, what are you most grateful for, and what tip do you have for our viewing audience and listening audience for how to prepare for the holidays?
I am grateful for life, health, and strength. I just thank God for my life. Just being here is a blessing all by itself. I thank him for my health because sometimes I I go a lot and I do a lot and it seem like I'll just go and do and go and do and then I'll get sick and and he just picks me back up and then I'm on the go again. So I just thank him for that strength, how he just picks me up and make me strong again. And I just thank him for life all by itself. And my tip is, and Miss Claudia, I'm gonna get one of those tip jars. I like that. I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna
I love
I'm gonna
that
do
idea.
that. I love that
Yeah.
idea. But I have a tip that buy early.
Uh-huh.
That's what I do sometimes. A lot of people wait until the last minute and they try to go shopping for gifts, but start early. If you're out and you see something, it doesn't matter if it's in the summertime. If you see something that you would like, to get somebody, you could just get it and say, well, you know what? I'll keep this for them for Christmas. And you've already gotten it. And then a lot of things that are go on sale after the holidays that you could get cheaper, and then you could just save them and have them for the next holiday. I
Mhm.
do that a lot. And so that's a good tip. If you start early, save it, put it up, and you'll have it. And you won't have to worry about that stress on you, at the last minute or during the holidays where you can't find a lot of stuff that you might want to purchase.
I love that tip
Yeah.
because sometimes we think when the sales are on, we're getting a sale. It may not really
Yeah.
be a sale, but then there may be even a better bargain, like you said, after the
Yes.
holidays.
Yes.
Or pick up little things if you think about,
Yeah.
you know, my sister might like this, or my aunt might
Uh-huh.
like this throughout the
Yep.
year. And like you
Yes.
said, save
Yes.
them and collect it.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So on tonight, I am most grateful for my family, for being supportive for me throughout the years, throughout this year, as we've been doing Reclaiming My Life. I am so grateful for my co-authors, my sister circle. It's been wonderful. I'm traveling on this journey with you as we've been doing this podcast, the book, the show in Atlanta, just everything, the book launch. And we're revolving around to a year almost in April. So thank you so much. And in closing, I want to say another tip. So what I do, I like Miss Claudia, you have a save jar, but I do a save account. It's almost like a Christmas saving account where you put away a certain amount of money each month. So that way you're not struggling. It's like, oh my gosh, Christmas is around the corner. Now, what am I going to do? Where am I going to pull this money from? So I have like a Christmas savings account where I start in January and every month I'm putting some money towards Christmas. So to our viewing audience, you've been listening tonight. I hope you have some tips that you picked up on, whether it's the gratitude jar, the blessing jar, whether it's start early, find different gifts throughout the year, or remembering the reason for the season is giving back to others and putting a smile on others' faces. We want to, on this channel, on this platform, we want to inspire, we want to empower, and we want to motivate our viewing audience and our listening audience here on the Reclaiming My Life podcast. So during the holidays, hug someone, love someone, and be a blessing to someone. Thank you.